I'm gonna be iconic. I'm gonna be iconic.
Good morning, Erpers. Testing. Is anyone out there? How's everybody doing today? Where are you guys watching from? I want to do a city and country roll call, please. Thank you. Let's do it. Do I have my Welsh people here, please? Gotta have the Welsh. Welsh for luck. Bora da, France. Bonjour. Welcome to EarpConic. This is the last panel, you guys. Tampa's in the house. Thanks everybody for joining in. This should be a fun one. My name's Kat. I'm going to be your moderator. I have a podcast. It's called She Nerds Out. I'm supposed to plug it. So you should listen. We talk about all sorts of things. All right, Slovakia, what's up? I don't know how to say hello in Slovakian, but know that I want to. Why don't we get things rolling? Please help me welcome to the EarpConic virtual stage. We have Kate Drummond, Rachel Skarsten, and there she is. Nope, there she is. Rachel Ancheril. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you all for being here. It's earlier for some of us than others. So Rachel Skarsten, I feel your pain. I'm also on the West Coast. So again, thank you guys for being here. If you don't mind, I think we're going to start rolling. It's only a 30-minute panel, so I want to get in as much as we can. So we're jumping into it. So Winona is known for its strong female characters, and I think each of your characters, Lucado and the Pearly twins and Eliza, certainly qualify as very strong, complicated characters in their own way. Can you each of you tell us what you loved about playing your character on Winona Earp?
Who wants to go first? Kate, I nominate you.
Me?
Yeah, Rachel's
Okay.
have to stick together, man.
Listen, I feel ganged up on. Okay, first of all, where are we in squares? Are you guys? Right now I have Rachel Ancheril below me.
I feel like it doesn't line up with squares though. I feel like where you are isn't where I am for you.
I'm
Like
petting
look
Rachel's
at
head.
me right now. Look at me right now.
I'm looking at you.
Are we looking at each other?
In my screen, you are.
Really? Can anyone comment who's watching the panel and tell us
This is important. We need to know.
Am I petting Rachel Ancheril's head? Is
This
really
is a
what I
googly
want to know.
eye. This is a
my
googly
Kat
eye
is
one.
above Kate.
It's a googly eye panel.
I have me, Kate, Rachel Ancheril, and then Rachel Skarsten.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, these things matter. They matter.
Everyone who's watching is
talked to
I'm
this.
so glad I'm on this panel. What a great
You should have talked
way to
about this in
spend
the
my
tech
time.
check. Do you want me to repeat the question?
Sorry, what was the question?
Kate, what did you love most about playing Lucado? Oh, look, we have a screen grab in the chat. Now you know.
no.
Thank you, Buffalo. Now you know
Let's
what we
see.
look like.
Oh, see,
Okay, hold on.
yeah, I am above Rachel.
Okay, you know what? I just like to share this savage screen grab here.
This is insane.
Wait, can you see?
No, because you're blurred out.
Oh yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Mine's not much better.
I don't know who did that, but I'm here for it.
Yeah, but look at this rock star here. Just like gorgeous.
I know. I know.
I'm gonna go get a coffee real quick. Do you guys mind if I just step away?
I've lost the plot and the video. Okay. Okay, okay, I'm here. Okay, what was
Kate Drummond.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
what did you like about playing your character?
Oh my
Thank you,
God, don't get
Rachel.
mad. It's early. Okay, what did I like about playing my character? Well, I mean, I loved playing Locato so much because um I felt like she was trying to, hide that, suppress that vulnerability that she was feeling, which I can relate to because I feel like I'm always on the verge of a vulnerable breakdown. No, I love playing a strong character that stands up to other strong characters. Like I don't love playing this sort of like victim all the time. And I felt like Locato was absolutely not that. I felt like she had a plan, was willing to do anything, and really what it was led by her heart. And sure, I'm sure there were some other little things that sort of infiltrated that decision. But ultimately, I mean, she was hurt. And I love the characters that are just so ferocious with their love that, they almost come off as being awful. But we can always find something to sort of relate to in these characters that we play. So that's my most coherent you're going to get on Sunday morning.
I think you nailed it. Rachel's,
And
which
fancy
one?
pantsuits. Someone said fancy pantsuit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh God.
Wicked white pantsuits. Get out.
Whoa.
So
Whoa.
good.
Can we whoa those? Okay.
And there's like that one
Those.
jacket that you had that like there was a sleeve, but your arms weren't in the sleeves,
Cape
right?
jacket.
Oh yeah, so good.
Oh, I was in love with the cape jacket. Speaking of wearing like clothes or not, Rachel Skarsten, why don't you go next?
Wow. I don't even need to be here. That was a
I
hell of
can
a
tell you
transition.
what I loved about my character, which has exactly to do with not wearing clothes, was my stunt double on this show who had the nicest ass and doubled mine. And now everybody thinks that's mine. But no, I
Nice,
mean,
Mom.
there were a lot of things. Obviously, I was only in the one episode, but one, I always love playing, and I feel like I've been really blessed. A lot of people watching this panel will know Lost Girl, which was the other show that I was in. Similarly, the show Rain that I did. And I feel like I get this opportunity to come in to shows where there already are these very strong female characters, and somehow I get to play this other character who comes into the fold and has her own strength and can kind of challenge the strength of that character, like stand up to that strength and not shy away. And then they end up working together, which I think is so cool, and just like a way that one wants to even live life, like
Mm.
in empowering female relationships. So I loved that. I don't think I've ever said this before, but I also really loved there was a moment, like there's a scene that Emily wrote when Tim and I meet on the show. And of course, everyone watching probably knows this, that Tim and I have worked together before on Lost Girl. And I remember he had this line, like, can't remember exactly. I think it was like, I mean, you guys will probably know the exact line, but something along the lines of like, oh, we haven't met before. So we just got the biggest kick out of that line because to me, it was an Easter egg, whether or not it was, because obviously we literally just worked together. So I loved that. I mean, I didn't love in the moment her underwear, but I did love once I got to set and realized that, that was the bum, my bum. But she was just such a cool character. And I was really, I mean, I think all of us feel that way. Like Emily just writes really, really wonderful, strong female characters. And that's not always the norm in our industry.
Yeah.
I hope one day we can just say that she writes great characters, but because we have to put like, a pin on it, and because there are so few strong female complicated characters, like we have to focus on that. But I mean, her male characters are fucking great too. But yeah,
But
She's
there's
just a fucking great writer.
she's just fucking great.
Yeah, she's so great.
She's just
All
She's a
right.
pretty cool person too,
She's okay.
Yeah.
She loves to give me shit, so I secretly love it. So don't tell her I said that.
I know, but don't F with her in a trivia
Oh
game.
no.
You're going down.
Very competitive. Oh, that's right. Very competitive. As it
You
turns out.
know that feeling very well, don't you, Rachel Skarsten? The
Okay,
going.
I have to say, so I did the game call yesterday with Kate. Sorry, Rachel, I'm going on and on, but we did the game call together. This, who knows where she is? This
I'm
maverick
here.
over here.
I'm here. You're there.
Okay. Won like by a lot. I was basically sitting there being like boop 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 boop, like just like that. That's the strategy. If anyone's playing a game call today, just press all the buttons because I came
Nice.
second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think I knew
Good
like
tip.
one answer, and it was Jurassic Park.
I was just blindly pressing buttons.
But anyway, moving on.
Anyway. Rachel Ancheril.
Yeah.
Ancheril. What did you love about playing? You got to play two characters and even an alternate universe version of one of those characters. So, and you know, there were two very distinct characters, I thought. But what did you love about playing all of them on the show?
I just have to say, speaking of strong female characters, I'm loving your Golden Girls back there. I am a super fan. I'm wearing Golden Girls socks. I
yeah,
have
dude.
some for every day of the week, every day of the month. Thank you very much. So, Rosen Island is my spirit animal. That's
Very
okay.
good.
Judge
I'm
me
more of
out.
a Dorothy. I'm more of a Dorothy, but okay.
That's fair.
I'm wearing tacos.
Yeah, you are. Tacos.
All right, Skarsten. Let's see the
I know.
socks.
I'm not wearing anything cool. I'm just wearing white socks.
Oh, freaking LA chic you are.
Imagine I was
It's
like
also
900 thread count cashmere socks.
Rachel Ancheril.
So
We're never
yeah,
going to get these questions answered.
No, we're
I
almost
mean-
done. We got to wrap it up. Just kidding. Kind of.
I feel like I played two characters that just wanted to be left the hell alone and no one would leave them alone. So I'm
Right.
strong in their own way, not very strong in what they want. I mean, they are, but nobody listens. So
Yeah.
love the blacksmith, of course. Most people know that I learned how to blacksmith, so that was really cool, except they wouldn't let me touch the forge, so that didn't work. But I loved the blacksmith. She was great. And then Greta was not at all what I was expecting, but fun in her own right. Got to be a little salty, exercise my demons. It's great. It's good times. Not at all as great as the other two answers, but you know, there you go.
I like that.
I thought your answer was great.
I agree. Now
Your
after
socks are even better.
I mean,
you do win the sock competition. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
sorry,
Yeah.
no tacos for you, no cashmere.
I mean, I'm
pants.
just not even in the competition. Like like embarrassing.
Rachel, I feel bad for your theme this weekend. It seems to be the theme.
My lose. Oh,
I love you
Okay,
so
we're
much.
gonna move. We're gonna
Oh
move
my
on.
I hated that came out of my mouth, but I felt so funny. And then when I said it, I felt bad.
you have to land the joke. You can't feel bad halfway through saying it.
You gotta commit.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of stunt people in underwear, it's a very physical show, and Rachel Ancheril just reflects to my question. Rachel Skarsten character, the first time we meet her, is just in her underwear. So I'm not, I just want to make sure Ancheril knows I'm not a weirdo.
Yeah, no, like legit.
Okay.
In underwear.
So, stunts, very physical show. All of you had some Skarsten, that whole episode was just like, it seemed like one big fight.
Yeah.
In that app.
But
Like
I was actually grateful for it because it was so cold in Calgary. I mean, I've talked about this before. Everybody says the Chinooks, whatever. That's why. like come at me, but it was kind of nice being really physical because it was just, I remember this one, it's like on, and actually we had a fight on it. It's like stairs that you come down, but it was like to go outside and then underneath it was, I don't even know what it was, like if it was a hydro place or something in real life, but Tim's in a full hazmat suit, of course. So he's probably wearing like a parka underneath and I'm in like it's stupid me. I'm like during the fitting, I'm like, oh yeah, that shirt with all these cutouts is so cool, dumb. But I was so cold. So it was, yeah, it was actually quite nice doing all the physical stuff. And I just come off a show literally like 3 days before where I played a queen in a corset and did absolutely nothing physical. So that was good. But I do have this perception of myself that I think is more than a perception. I think it's the truth that I'm not particularly good at stunts because I'm kind of gawky, So anywhere I can get like a stunt double in, I'm like, please go ahead.
Kate, how about you? Do you have any memorable stunt scenes or stunt fights or anything like that?
Well, yes. I mean, that whole dolls takedown, shakedown was like the
So
most
good.
epic memory of my career.
You kicked his ass.
I kicked his ass, but it was funny because I was so like, no, I want to do my own stunts. I want to do my own stunts. I want to do it. I want to do it. And it was so intricate and complicated that we practiced like the day before, like we rehearsed, there was a stunt double, but there was also like a professional MMA kind of fighter girl, I forget her name, who was there dressed like me, and she was going to do the stunts. And I was like, no.
Oh, you're so dumb. She would have made you look so good.
Are you kidding? Have you not seen the scene? I look fucking great. I look like such a kick-ass fighter. Except there's one part where I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, and I'm like, but Shamir helped me sell
Everyone
that.
has to go back and rewatch that scene now.
Oh, like there was a part where it was like this hand combat, and we had practiced it, but I got really stressed during the fight scene because my adrenaline was going. And what I learned about myself during stunts is that I shouldn't do them in like ever in fights because I can do them if I'm in like charge of my own space and my own body. But if there's someone else, like I think I hurt
Feel
Shamir.
badly. Yeah, I know. I feel like you'd feel too badly to do
I
this.
hurt Shamir. And the next day, I also went to brush my teeth and I was like trying to pick up the toothbrush and it was like, oh my God,
no.
why are my hands so sore? I was bruised. I was so sore because I like it's no 100%. It was like 400%. Like I'm living this reality. I'm gonna like kill this person. I mean, I was safe. I say that in kind of joking, but obviously I'm not a murderer. But yeah, it was just like I get so excited thinking about that day because like I was shaking when I was done. Like I went to Emily and I was like, I am shaking. I had so much fun. I don't know what to do with all this energy in my body. Like it was just so physical. And being a former athlete, like it was just, I just felt so like in my element, even though I wasn't at all. And I was like, but honestly, like just so cool. And now I'm like, do I get a stunt double? Because it hurts to bend over. Like it hurts to put my socks on these days. So yeah. Anyway.
Rachael Ancheril, do you have any memorable fight scene or stunt? Your eyes were bleeding. That doesn't really count as a stunt.
I mean, aside from the fact that I felt I was blind, I was like, because without my contacts, I'm blind. I was like, and there's red. I don't know where I'm going. No, my biggest stunt was being able to bend in all my layers, like I wore so many layers on that show being in the blacksmith shop. And it was like walking out like Pillsbury Doughboy. Okay, make this look normal. You have layers underneath your Overalls, cool. No, but I love stunts. So I mean, I am I'm with you, Kate. Sorry, Rachel. But
That's fine.
I'm the type too that's
Clearly,
I'm
I'm the odd man out here.
I'm sorry. But I box, right? So anytime there's a fight
Oh,
down, like, oh,
nice.
take the ride, let's do it.
Nice.
Unfortunately, with the twins, they were non-athletic. They fought with their mouths instead of their fists. So, there you go.
Well, and their powers too. They were, pretty strong magic users.
I would trade boxing for those powers in real life, just saying.
Cool that
For
you
real.
box. I think boxing's so hard. Like
Oh,
like dancing almost, like how you're moving your feet and
oh
working your
yeah,
body
so
and-
hard.
Yeah, I've done it a couple times in like stunt training, and it's hard. It's really
I tried to do it at my gym. Like I had a trainer for a really short period of time and we were finishing it with boxing and I was like, "Yeah, I can do this." And he's like, "Whoa, settle your horses, like just chill." And I would try to he's like, "First of all, you have to move your feet and your hips." And I was like, when you like jab and your hips like do that thing? Well, I mean, these hips lie. They don't lie. I don't know, they don't move. I'm like not a dancer. I'm so like awkward with my body. And so trying to be like finessey and box and like look like I know what I'm like just that movement, I don't have it. I'm like force, brute, like ugh, that's me trying to box.
Kate, can I just tell you something?
Yeah.
Nancy on Twitch just said only Kate would have to reassure us she's not a murderer. Oh, it's so good.
It's
Nancy,
true.
props.
Nancy's so true. So true.
Good one, Nancy.
Yeah.
Something that I just thought of for Rachel Ancheril, as you say, like, you didn't really fight with your fists. Your characters were really just in the middle of the shit, man. Like you were, and like someone in the chat mentions, love the "Did I just marry a skull" scene where you kind of officiate a wedding between Waverly and a skull. Um, and then, Greta causes the whole time shift thing, like very for the handful of episodes that you're in, like some very pivotal things, because of your character happened to our heroes. It must have been kind of fun to like just you kind of came in and kind of stirred up some shit.
Stirring my cauldron. Just threw me in there. And I have a newt. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, just throw me right in there and cause that. Like I said, I feel like I'm a total weirdo in real life, and then I get to exercise my demons and play really mean characters all the time. What's with this typecast?
You always play mean characters.
Always. The other woman, the bitch, the witch, like it's the dark hair.
Bitch and witch. I mean, that kind of sums it up. Like,
I need a t-shirt. Bitch and witch. Okay.
Nice. Next time you're at a convention, someone will have that t-shirt for you.
Yeah.
I promise.
Kate,
promise.
do you have a character that you always play, Kate?
There was a time I was typecast as like the strong like villain. Like I was playing like, I was in this series called Utopia Falls and I played Phaedra, who was, the only one in red and was sort of like President Snow in the Hunger Games. So I've always sort of played those characters. And I mean, I still do. I love them, but I love leaning into the comedy now. And so I'm trying to push myself, my opportunities in a different direction. But now I've noticed in the last like 5 years, a lot of it is like moms, like, moms who are like losing their children and breaking down and like it's funny to go from like such a strong like fuck you kind of character, you're gonna do what I say, to these crumbling females, and I really love it. Like I mean that's the best part of our job is that we get to do this, right? Like exercise like all these aspects of ourselves and stretch ourselves so much. But yeah, no, there was a time I was all villain and just now I don't know. I don't know where I fit in anymore.
This is an existential crisis panel.
Conclusive. And someone has chimed in, Rachel, saying that Non was nice, your Star Trek Discovery character, and I love that the username is Bye for You. So there you go.
For who though?
Well, hey, we don't know. Okay, so we have about 5 minutes left. My first question, just kidding. So, because these things go so fast, if we had an hour, we still wouldn't have enough time because this is so much fun talking to each of you. So I did some research on you guys, each of you, and I have something I like to call the lightning round. So the rules of the lightning round are, I'm going to ask you each a question, and you have to answer it quickly. Now, this is going to be a challenge for most of you. I think what we should try to do, it's a competition though, Kate and Rachel. So, you got to answer quick. There's no wrong answers, only slow ones. Okay.
Right.
Because I did so much research on all of you and I have so many questions, but there's no way we have enough time.
Do we have like a word count that we have to stay to in our answer? Okay.
I'll let you each police each other when it comes to your answer.
Oh my God, Rachel's going to be like, I just happen to have this air horn.
Yeah, exactly. Although I do have a little a party buzzer, but we'll see. Okay, all right, we're gonna go in order. It's gonna go Skarsten, Kate, Ancheril. Okay, so just be prepared. You're not gonna. It's all different questions, so just know that you have to be like, okay. All right, Skarsten, you were a hockey player. You played competitive women's hockey, and you were a goalie. What the hell was that like?
Oh, it was the fucking best. Hockey saved me. I absolutely loved it, and to this day, I'm still friends with so many of the girls on my team. I'm so grateful to hockey.
Nice, badass. All right, Drummond, you're up. I read that you're a gamer, that you love video games. What are some of your favorite games of all time?
Favorite games of all time, the original Legend of Zelda. Nice. From way back, Super Nintendo. Like way back, Tetris. That's nice. Those are the games that I love. And to be clear, I also started gaming on an Atari and a ColecoVision. So I played Pitfall on Atari.
Nice, Pitfall
on ColecoVision.
Yeah, dude, amazing.
I feel like I started gaming on stone tablets.
When Pong was really just Pong. It was just a ping pong ball that you threw. Okay, Rachel, you're up. Ancheril, you worked with two of my favorite actresses, Jennifer Tilly and Michelle fucking Yeoh. Two very different actors, but can you give us a quick little, like, what was it like working with each of those incredible women?
Jennifer Tilly is just as charming on the screen as she is in real life. She's so nice. She still sends me text messages, which is great, and likewise. And Michelle Yeoh, doing fight sequences with her is epic. I had a fever of 105 the big day that we did the set that rotated, so I felt like I let everybody down, but I was trying not to die, so it was great. But she was lovely, and she kind of gave me shit when I didn't go back to Star Trek, so it was kind of nice. I was like, oh dang. So
amazing. All right, Skarsten. I know, right? Skarsten, I read that you speak fluent Norwegian. Is that true?
No.
What? It's on your fucking website.
Okay, first of all, there are many things on the internet about me that are not true, such as Paul Amos putting on my Wikipedia page that I have a book of haikus and I play the piccolo. When I tried to put something on his Wikipedia page, I got banned from Wikipedia. So now I can no longer sign into my own Wikipedia to change the fact that I
no.
piccolo. When I was younger, I will clarify this. When I was younger, so my dad, fully Norwegian, his whole family lives there. He's the only one who left. And growing up, some of them spoke English, some of them didn't. So they all only spoke Norwegian to me. So I do have a comprehension of it. I can speak it. Would I say I speak fluent Norwegian? Absolutely not. I probably speak better French now than I speak Norwegian, I think, at this point.
Okay, because I was going to ask you to cuss me out in Norwegian. Can you cuss me out in French?
Putain!
All right, that counts.
Wow, I think I spelled that.
But also, I feel like I've always sound like really French Canadian. Like, I didn't learn French Canadian French, but for some reason, like, I just want to like sound like I'm from Montreal. And they all laugh.
Whack,
Yeah,
whack,
but
Wait. Yeah, in the nose. Wait. Wait.
Wah, wah.
blah.
Sounds like you got to make it sound like a duck, right? Wah.
whack.
Okay, Drummond, you're up.
Yep.
You did a TED Talk,
Mm-hmm.
and it was actually lovely, and I
It was
loved it. And-
actually lovely.
okay, let me rewind. I'm going to take out actually.
I was
I'm gonna
surprised.
say,
I thought it
Kate
was going to be a
Drummond,
bomb.
I loved your TED Talk. It actually, it really spoke to me. I feel like I, in my late 30s, also had a career change and started from zero. So it really spoke to me. And there's a one line in there that you wrote and performed beautifully, not actually, but beautifully. You said there's nothing when you made this big change. There was nothing to define me except me, and I was not entirely sure who that was. How often do you still kind of think back on your life before this big change? Do you know? I'm guessing now you know who you are, right? When everything you've identified with is kind of stripped away, and you just have to kind of like yourself.
Mm.
How often do you think about the old version of yourself?
Always. Um, because I have so much respect for that woman. And so much, I'm so proud of that woman. I was in that previous chapter of my life. Um, because it's funny when I think about me at that time, I was just a person trying to find their way and fit in and do the right thing. And um, granted, I was doing what I loved. I loved teaching. Like I did not leave teaching because I didn't love it. It's in my core to this day. I will always be a teacher. But I look back and I think, wow, that person, if I separate myself from that person, I look at her and I think, wow, she's a really cool character in her own journey or in her own heroine's journey in a way, doing the best she could with what she knew at the time. And I had a lot of pressures on me as a kid, and I went to 9 different schools before I went to university, and so I was always the new kid, and I was always trying to fit in, and I was always trying to mask this weirdo I was and this really feeling person, because I didn't want to stand out, and I wanted to make friends, and it was so interesting because at the time it was terrible, like always being the new kid, and then I transitioned into this world of acting, and I find my voice and I find my opinion, and I embrace this person that has come with all of this luggage that has taught me, I think, given me the gifts I use in my work today is this life from before. So I'm always very, very reverent, if that's a good word. I don't know, reverent of that former chapter of my life. I will never have any regrets. I made a lot of mistakes, probably did a lot of things wrong, maybe I'd do things differently. I don't know. I don't really kind of think that way. But I will always be so incredibly proud and respectful of that time in my life. Sorry,
And
that's long.
You know what's
no,
really
that was
interesting,
perfect.
just quickly, it's like you were always the new kid in school, but that's essentially our experience as actors. You're always the new kid coming into like a new show with, even if everyone else is new on it. And I wonder if that experience in your childhood actually helped you in coming into shows now and like coping with that.
I think so. I really do. I think and also the athlete's mentality, like you, Rach, like playing hockey and both Rachels, both athletic. Like that athlete's mentality is you fail, go again, fail, go again, fail, go again. Hey, do it again. Practice this, do that thing again. Practice those saves that you do, Rachel. I don't know the right words for it, but like do it again, like practice, practice, practice. And you don't take it personally and shut down and say, oh, I'm never playing because I let a goal in, or I'm not playing. Like you have an athlete's mentality. If you bring that to your work as an artist, as an actor, I think it helps you because you don't take it personally and you can show up to a new set and be like, okay, I'm here. Like, kind of fit in, try to, I just think I really just, the Cole's notes, I really think everything that we have done in our lives is a gift that sort of helps us be who we are today as actors. And that's why I'm really happy that I started acting late, because I think if I had started early, I wouldn't have this toolbox. I just don't think I would have. So
Beautiful. And someone in the chat has said, Jen has said, we're proud of you, Kate.
aw.
All right, Rachael Ancheril, kind of speaking of being the new kid, but to a sort of legacy franchise, Star Trek. We kind of mentioned it a little bit earlier, but was that an intimidating experience joining that sort of iconically, scrutinized and beloved show, fandom, whole thing? Like what was, what can you tell us about that experience?
I was only supposed to be there for 3 episodes, so it was nice and short and simple for me. And I was coming in as a red shirt, so the original series, which I remember watching with my mom. I don't get to see my mom very often because she's like way up north. So that was sort of a long distance bonding thing that we could do, even though she had no idea who I was. I was like, I play a red shirt. It's me. It's me. I know I got prosthetics on, and but it was great, 3 episodes, and then I went to another show. And then when I heard they wanted me back, I was very honored that they wanted me back. But anyone who's done prosthetics knows that can be really difficult. And the show went on a long time, and I'm grateful. It's champagne problems. I'm grateful, but it definitely took its toll. But you're part of fandom like this. I mean, I have to say the Star Trek fandom's pretty epic, but they're like epic. But it was amazing, and it was neat to add a lot of stunt work in that, so that was fun. And yeah, I'm grateful. It's unfortunate you can't really cross over into other shows, which so it's kind of sad that journey's over. But you never know. Again, it's sci-fi. You never, like Tim Rose on Sesame. You never know. No one ever dies. Sci-fi, they come back in the weirdest ways.
How long were you in like how long did it take to do your prosthetics? You looked amazing.
Thank you.
But I could only imagine every time they say in an audition, are you comfortable with prosthetics? I'm like, sure, yeah, no problem. But I'm starting to feel like it's
hours, and you're in at like 2 a.m. before work.
Yeah.
How long did it take you, Rach?
Forced call. So mine was 3 hours. It was an hour for this stuff, an hour because they did my hair like doll curls. So an hour for that and an hour for beauty makeup. We got it down to 2.5 hours towards the end, but it was still, yeah. And I'm the type that like, once I'm wrapped, I'm like, see ya, peace. I'm going home. I'll clean up at home. And you can't do that with that show. So, so it was fun for the first 2 weeks, and then like you start feeling the forced call, like you're wrapping on a Saturday morning. I'm seeing the sun rise, and then Monday morning I was in at 4 a.m. in the chair. So I felt like it was like perpetual jet lag, right? Living in. So yeah, but still ever so grateful.
Not for sure. It's tough though. It's tough. Yeah.
Well, I think I've delayed the wrap up as long as I can. Thank you, EarpConic, for letting us go a little late. But I will say, the three of you have left a lasting impression on this fandom, and we are so lucky to have each of you. You're such a delight, and this has been so fun. So thank you, three. This is it for me. It's a wrap for me on EarpConic. This has been so much fun. Thank you to Allie and Jackie and Buffalo for helping make these successful and viewable by everybody. Thank you, the Earpers, for everybody watching and sending in questions. We appreciate you. And all these panels are going to be available on YouTube coming soon. So if your friends have missed it or you want to rewatch any of these memorable moments, you can do that on YouTube. But yeah, thank you each so much. This has been so much fun. I knew I didn't really have to do much for you guys, so it's been a fun hanging out for a little bit.
Well, thank you very much for moderating this.
Yeah, thanks, Kat. You did great. Sorry
Oh,
for
thank you,
taking you
guys.
on a wild ride of the West.
It's what I wanted. It's all I ever wanted, Kate Drummond.
Oh,
Wild ride in the West. We're gonna have to talk to Rachel Skarsten for that. She's in the West.
we're both in the West.
We're West
I'm
Coast,
not in the
baby.
West.
We're both in the
Who?
West. Kat and I,
Hi,
we're
I'm
both-
Kat. I'm
Oh,
in
yeah,
She
LA.
literally started this panel by being like, "Oh, Rachel, we're
Oh
both
yeah,
in the
I keep
West."
forgetting. I keep thinking like Rachel Skarsten is the only one in LA.
But also,
Nobody else lives there.
There's a few of us.
it's like the
Just your
whole West
town.
Coast. It's like the whole West
There's
Coast.
there's a lot of people.
I
A lot
know
of
it's
people.
early. I have trivia.
Not as
today.
early
I'm
as it
gonna
is
get
for us.
crushed.
All right, bye.
Hey, Rachel Skarsten, are you gonna jump in on my trivia today? Are you gonna bomb my bomb my trivia today?
That's a hard no. Yeah, no. I'll
Talk
bomb
about
your
there's
trivia.
redemption.
As long as I don't have something else planned, I'll bomb your trivia.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Rachel Ancheril, I want to see you there.
I suck at trivia. You don't want me there. Love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
again.
Have a good rest of your Sunday.